Profession. Now, Muslim professionals, both in the UK and here in the United States, are concerned about their image. Dr. Asma Mobin-Uddin is a pediatrician. She's also the president of the Ohio chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations. She joins us now live from Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Mobin-Uddin, thanks very much for being with us. You wrote a commentary that was carried in a lot of newspapers here in the United States. Let me ask you what your thoughts are about this plot that was uncovered in the UK.
Good morning, John. I actually was shocked to hear about the plot. I was angry. I really felt a sick feeling inside that physicians, people from my own profession, could be guilty, suspected of being guilty of such heinous acts. I really couldn't believe it. And I also felt a sense of betrayal because we as a community place a lot of trust in physicians. People take an oath, they serve the community, they save lives, and this is what we expect from our physicians. And to know that they might be guilty of actually plotting to kill people while possibly during the day seeing their own patients just left me with a really sick feeling inside.
Some terror experts that we've talked to, Dr. Mobin-Uddin, say that it's not particularly surprising that this would happen, that some professionals like doctors would be recruited into terrorism. Can you even begin to understand how that would happen?
Well, John, physicians are human beings like everybody else, and as human beings, some people go bad, and they might, they can choose to do bad things, evil things, just like other people. So I think we tend to hold physicians and professionals to a higher standard because of their profession, but it just reminds us that they are human beings. And it's not the first time that we've seen physicians involved in very bad activities. I remember a few years ago when we saw the reports in the Lancet and the New England Journal of Medicine about the doctors at Abu Ghraib who were complicit in the torture.
Right.
Sometimes we hear physicians being accused of sexual abuse of their patients. So these things happen.
And let's not forget that Ayman al-Zawahiri, Osama bin Laden's number 2, is Dr. Ayman al-Zawahiri. What effect do you think this is going to have in the UK and here in the United States? Are people going to start looking suspiciously at Muslim doctors?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I hope that people will appreciate that these people are individuals. The suspects acted on their own and that they really betray the values of their faith, Islam, and their profession, medicine, when they acted. And I hope that people wouldn't generalize. There are many, many professionals, many Muslim doctors that have worked for decades serving the community, serving their patients in the United States and in the UK. And I hope that all that effort and all that work would not be superseded by the acts of a few suspected criminals during this investigation.
Doctor, what about your organization? There have been some criticisms that the Council on American Islamic Relations has ties to radical groups. There are some militants who have found their way into your organization. What are you doing to ensure that CAIR does not become a well of extremism in this country?
John, I reassure you that CAIR, whether locally or nationally, our chapters, is very much a mainstream Muslim organization that does not have ties with terrorism, and there's a lot of suspicion, a large dragnet that gets cast over the American Muslim community and American Muslim organizations. So if you go to our website at www.cair.com, you will find answers to the questions, but I can assure you that as Muslim Americans, we want the safety and the security and the best for our nation, and we love our faith and we represent our faith. And we are not extremists, and there are plenty of instances on the website that you can see where CAIR has openly and widely condemned terrorism and never knowingly associated itself with terrorists.
Well, Dr. Mobin-Uddin, thanks very much for your thoughts. We appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, John.
I want to talk now